It's real interesting how you describe the girl next door because, boy, I was just fixing to say that stupid director.
I always loved the premise about this 18-year-old kid who falls in love with a girl who moves in next door who happens to be an adult film star. Casting was probably one of the biggest challenges of this movie.
In my head, I had these two characters pictured so well, and we went through so many, actors, so many great actors, and honest to God, it's like there was really only two people who could play these roles, and that is Emile Hirsch and Alicia Cuthbert, who were just fantastic.
He's a kid who's so innocent. She's a girl who's experienced life a little too much.
The Girl Next Door was different than anything I've done. I mean, it's comedy and drama, and I was like, so at first I was like, I don't know. I was like a little bit kind of afraid almost. But then I thought about it some more, and I met with Luke, the director, and he just really convinced me that it was going to be a really awesome movie.
I remember I was in Brazil and I got this, phone call from Luke saying, dude, you gotta work with me on this thing. It's a great idea and we can just make this like an amazing script. And basically what it was this script, The Girl Next Door.
The theme of the movie is how far are you willing to go, how much are you willing to risk for love, and the whole themes of just go with it, don't worry, don't hesitate, just jump.
Matthew is, he's the class president who isn't popular. He's the yearbook editor without any yearbook memories.
Emile Hirsch is a very sharp, witty, sarcastic kid who is very mature for his age. And Emile really just kind of slipped into this character's skin and became Matthew.
This girl, Danielle, the girl next door, played by Alicia Cuthbert, makes him, break out of his shell and just become the guy that he always wished he could be.
After reading it, I almost thought, it's funny they should call it The Boy Next Door, because the movie is really about Emile falling in love for the first time. Danielle actually has kind of a past, and that's she has been a porn star, and is kind of trying to get out of that.
Sorry, I had to come.
The studio loved her as the girl next door. They were a little concerned about was she sexy enough to play the porn star.
I'm all right, can I come in?
I live in paradise. It used to be so nice, but now I just don't belong.
Matthew's reaction when he first meets Danielle is probably like all of our reactions when we first meet this girl that we know is completely out of our league.
Oh my God.
The amount of changes that my character goes through, just even looks-wise, is unbelievable. Her transition from Athena, the porn star, to Danielle, the girl next door, wanting to be this regular college student is huge.
I just stopped by to say hi.
I mean, I think the purpose for Danielle's move from Los Angeles to the smaller town and away from all that is because she really wants to start over.
The whole thing feels like a bad dream.
And I think change the life that she's somewhat made for herself early on.
Emile Hirsch and Alicia Cuthbert especially had these incredible eyes, and you really feel their electricity and their chemistry.
Are you gonna prom with me?
I'd love to.
And that was the whole goal. It really was, and they did such an amazing job.
Luke Greenfield was my original choice to direct this movie over 3 years ago.
He's also the kind of director who's got everything mapped out in his head. I mean, he's very, very specific about everything he wants, from the performances down to the shots to how it's going to cut and edit. He knows his material and he knows what he wants, and he's very enthusiastic about that.
I made a short film called The Right Hook, and the very first person to see it was Mark Sternberg and Chuck Gordon, and then they loved it. And I came in and they gave me this script called The Girl Next Door, which at the time was a lot different than the movie we made. It was a much broader comedy.
Oh my God.
And we really wanted to make a rated R, wild, kind of dangerous movie that can break boundaries. There hasn't been a movie like this in a long time. We tried to make a very realistic movie about teenage characters. Paul Dano and Chris Marquette are they're invincible in this movie. I mean, they're incredible.
Gentlemen, this is April and Ferrari. Ladies, Eli and Klitz.
Okay, everybody, just relax.
I'm okay. Thank you, I'm sorry.
It's been the funnest movie I've ever done. I really, really like the script. A lot of my friends are actors, and they all tried out for parts in it, and everybody was just crazed about it when it first came out.
Feel it, feel it. Nice.
The sequence of events that happens are just like shocking and hilarious. It was cool to just kind of get wild and crazy for a little while.
Dude, am I ugly?
What?
I play Tim Klitz. Klitz as he goes by in the movie with a K.
Seriously, am I ugly?
My character is the most conservative character of the three.
How do they skip class and go to the beach every day?
As the movie goes on, his character starts to unravel, and his character arc is that he becomes looser.
I get freaky.
And he becomes cooler, and he has these great moments where he overcomes everything he was, and he really takes a journey almost throughout this movie.
Let's do this.
You didn't tell me you got some serious burners at your school here.
I'm not.
Tim Oliphant is the sweetest guy ever.
You gotta meet the fans, press the flesh.
This role is very difficult because he has to play that big brother, sweet guy, nice guy, and on a dime just turn and be this just tough villain, psycho.
He doesn't want to fuck on film anymore. Kelly's a adult film producer, or as like we say, porn. She works for me, I produce her movies, and so she's an investment to me.
What are you doing?
What?
On the other hand, I think he kind of respects what Matthew's doing and the fact that he does really love her. Stop filling her head with it. Do not piss me off!
Hey, I thought we were friends.
He's got a set of standards, and he's got a code, and Emil has crossed that, and so he's got to pay for it. Friends don't fuck with each other's business. And that's what this is. My fucking business. Hugo Posh, he's my rival porn producer.
How's Kelly treating you? I am the king of pornography, Hugo Posh. Danielle.
Hi.
Look at you. You look fantastic. Matthew comes to my house attempting to steal my golden penis, which was given to me for producing the best porno movie of 1999, Chitty Chitty Gang Bang. And my attack parrot catches him. I got it!
That's pretty cool stuff.
Danielle's kind of on the edge. Is she gonna go back to that world, or is she gonna,
Matthew, please just go, okay?
go to the simpler world? She's at this convention, and I invite her to join my team. At the top.
One of the big issues, of course, was the porn convention. How do you build a convention? Where do we build a convention? All the venues that were large enough and that were appropriate for conventions in Los Angeles were booked on every Saturday and Sunday from the time we started shooting till deep into the year. So we decided we would build it.
The convention that Stephen Lineweaver created is a very fun, flashy, glamorous, I think everyone's dream of what an adult film convention would be like.
As I do with most things, I researched. I went to Vegas to the real convention. And everything was an effort, even getting rid of all of the walls with thousands of feet of curtain. Usually, you're in the stage, you create a little set and you shoot it, but the stage had to become the environment. The director said he wanted more kind of, a mix between a convention or your fantasy and a rock and roll, event.
The whole goal of this movie was to have a very wild, high-octane, unpredictable ride where you really have no idea where this movie is going.
It's an incredible love story between two people who come together and are willing to go through quite a lot to stay together.
They really captured a mood that we all can relate to of first falling in love with someone, opening your heart to them, and giving everything you have, and being very vulnerable. Everyone loves the spark when you first meet a girl and all you care about is being with her, and you skip class and you skip work and you forget about everything. You kind of take a vacation from your life. There's nothing better than kissing a girl and you literally forget where you are. There's nothing better than that in life.